Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to this month's Inside a Crochet magazine review. Now, of course, my husband beautifully bought this as a subscription for me last year for Christmas, so I need to count up the books and see how many more I have left before my subscription runs out. But let's get off of that topic for a minute and let's get on with having a look what's inside. Now, of course, there will be links and information in the description box down below where you will be able to purchase a copy of this magazine. Please remember, it will be in store probably midway through the month here in the UK. You can get it from places like Tesco's and WH Smith's and other decent magazine retailers. But you can also order it online and you can order back issues as well. So, but I will give you more information as we go through the book and I come across the page where I can read it off without getting it wrong. Right, so this is issue 153. Okay, so they're advertising at the top here. It's 2023 Jane Crawford cowl reveal. So we're going to get to have a look at the at her cowl and the other items that are within this book this month. Right. Oh, so first off, I've taken it out the packet, as you can see, and it came with an extras. Yes, finally I've got some more patterns to show you. I'll show you this section now, actually. Okay, this is the Merry Christmas dress up doll, and it is by Victoria Cartries, I think. I will have to pop her name. Oh, you can see it there, it's just there. Righty ho. Now, the issue I have with this is I've had a quick nose. Yes, I was naughty, I skipped a look last night. It's got quite a lot of the information along with the photographs, so it's going to be quite difficult for me to show you all of this. Now, the section has been made by Sheepsies, so all of the yarn that was used to make these characters is of course from Sheepsies. We have a gorgeous welcome section here and a photograph of all of the different characters. So there we have a Christmas tree, a girl dressed as a Christmas tree, and then we have a Father Christmas, a reindeer and an elf. So those are in fact all of the patterns that you can get within this book. Now, the pattern itself is a basic doll pattern, and then of course you add the extras. So you add the hair to turn it from boy to girl, and then you add of course the clothing in. So let me just turn this off around a second and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, here's some better pictures of the boy and the Father Christmas, the Christmas tree. That's the elf, and then of course we have the reindeer. Oh, I've got a lot of casting shadows today, sorry gang. Right, so the dress up dolls, here are your information. You have a materials list, which of course tells you that they're using Sheepsies. It also says that you can use any DK weight cotton or cotton blend yarn to achieve a similar effect for these toys. I've also used a bog standard DK to make my dolls, but of course over time if they get played with, then they're going to become saggy, so that's why they do suggest a cotton mix or a solid cotton colour. Okay, and then of course we have all our information for the pattern and the main doll. I'm trying not to show too much of the pattern because of course it's not allowed, but here's a image here. This is the doll as you would make her prior to putting clothing on her. Okay, now each of them are pretty much the same. They've just got a different coloured bodies, and then of course you add the clothing on top to work out. So it works out basically which one's which. Okay, so that is your little Rudolph there. He would look like that before you add the clothing. Now what I haven't checked up on is whether with these patterns, whether once you've put the clothing on, whether you'd be able to remove it or not. Okay, I could see her dungarees coming off quite nicely and quite easily. And there does appear to be a little button on the reindeer onesie. So there is a possibility that they can be taken off and then the clothing can be interchanged between each of the different dolls. So in theory, if it all works to plan, you'd only need to make the one doll and then the 4 outfits. So that's a pretty cool, nice little present there for a cheeky little one at Christmas. Just remember to make sure that the eyes are age appropriate, and if you're in the UK, double check your eyes. If the child, I think it's under 7, then don't use the safety eyes. Make sure that you hand sew them on and do all of those other extra safety tests, especially if you planned to sell it. Right, now let's get on to the main magazine. It's merry and bright and seasonal sparkle to your Christmas. Now of course we've already seen this little section here, which was in the back magazine. Then we have a statement party style, comfy and cozy, a winter glow, dancing feet, reusable crackers and disco decorations. So and some other bits and pieces. So let's open up to our welcome page. Right, so here of course we have our introduction page. We've also got a couple of little extra bits here, which is www.instagram.com/inside crochet. You also have www.facebook.com/inside crochet, all squished together. And Twitter is @inside crochet. I don't think I've ever read that out to you. I am so bad, but I try. Right, okay, so here we have our crochet contents. And it shows you a brief image of what is inside this magazine. You also have this entire side section here, which is called the Make It. Now this shows you images of all of the different projects within the book, and this whole section of patterns is at the far end of the book, which means it makes it a little bit easier for me to flick through, because then I don't have to worry too much about covering every single written instruction, which is really cool. Right, so we've got in the loop yarn reviews, Spirit of Flora, book reviews, A Year Full of Colour, A Life in Yarn, and Final Thought. Then the regular sections is information on the back issues. I will show you that, as well as the subscriptions. They then tease us with what's coming up next, yarn market, and crochet basics. Right, so let's scoot over. We've got the in the loop. They've got stuff here about Gentle Project for Advent, which is a Jane Crawford Crochet Along. We've got books down the side here, which is Festive Wreaths and a Reading Corner, and it's called Noodles Please. And I think it's food actually rather than crochet. We've got a section on wardrobe updates. There appears to be grannies coming in, and roll necks. Yay, I love my roll necks. Okay, and then we work our way down to other items within here. Now in the spotlight they're talking about Book Market, Striped Sensations, and Beautiful Bubbles, and Pretty in Pink. That's to just tease you a little. Then we have a Mix and Match Wreath, Get the Party Started, which is if you'd like to get together with friends for some sociable crafting while supporting a worthwhile cause. Oh, I'm going to keep reading. The Knit for Peace Party Kit is a colourful box of goodies crammed with enough materials for 10 or more people to try activities for a range of skill levels. Curated by artist YAYthe, I will put her name on screen, it's the perfect gift for anyone who loves knitting, crochet and crafts, and a great excuse to hold a craft party. The kit does cost £125 plus a £10 postage, and I'm sorry to say it's only available in the UK, but all proceeds are going to support Knit for Peace work with abused women, and you can get that at www.knitforpeace.org.uk. okay, so that's www.knitforpeace.org.uk. now remember, that's £125, but that is enough supplies for, how many was it? For basically a group of you to make stuff. So that would be a brilliant if you are a charity a group that like to make stuff to donate out to charity. You could grab that box and it's a double bubble then. You're hitting 2 charities, not just the one that you would normally work with. Right, we then have a whole section here about Vincent Greenheights, and he's telling you about the sort of things that he makes. If you look at, just going by the pictures, it's amigurumis and other cute stuff. Then we have A Touch of Sparkle. They're talking about some new yarns coming out. And the Insta winner from last month, or this month, that person managed to get a whole 12 month subscription. That's just cheeky, and I tried, I got nowhere. Right, so and then we have a yarn wish list. So it's telling you all about here different yarns that they would put on their Christmas wish list. We've got a section here, it's called Scandi Style, and it's seasonal decorations. And then they're talking about a yarn to add to your stash, which is the King Cole's New Wool Aran. It's 100% superwash yarn that comes in 11 rich and classic shades, perfect for cozy winter makes, and it's eco-friendly, machine washable. They like the yarn because it's got a gold spice shade. It's £11.99 from the Wool Warehouse. Not 11, sorry, £4.99 from the Wool Warehouse. I would look around if I was you. That's quite pricey for 100 grams. Right. That's just my opinion though. Some of you will be like, oh, that's really good price. Alright, and then we've got the cuddliest Christmas toys, and they're talking about a couple of books down there. Then we have more advertising for different yarn companies. Moving over, Spirit of Flora. This is the Crochet Along by Jane Crawford for next year. So it's a Granny Squares this coming year. So you'd get a different one, or maybe 2 patterns each each month, sorry, and it will make a stunning blanket when you are finished. At least I think that is this year's. I really should have read it first, but I didn't. Okay, so it's discussing the new pattern. It's telling you what shades of colours you are going to need by Stylecraft in the Life DK range. Remember, there are other ranges available and the colours look very similar. Okay, they've also got the best offer, which is subscribe for only £2.45 an issue, and that is through the digital subscription section. So it says, for print subscriptions, visit www.insidecrochet.co.uk/subscribe, or call the friendly team on +44 0. Right, and it's on 1202 586 848 for the great value prices. Now, for all 12 issues, it's going to cost you, if you're in the UK, £54.95. If you're in Europe, it's £67 £76, sorry, and the rest of the world is 86. Now there's no guarantee you will get the extras that come with these magazines, unless of course it is the and just these paper issues. You're more than likely going to get those, but you won't get any of the pom-poms or the stitch markers or the tins of stitch markers that they handed out this year. But yeah, so that is how to join, and it explains a little bit more there about how to join her one, how to join the knit along. Then we are talking about new books, and they've got Not Bad that's a really good pun there, Not Bad Amigurumi, a crochet, and then the next one is A Crochet Journey, and then we've got Made with Love from Tom Daley. And another one is All I Want for Christmas is Yarn. If any of those books sound interesting to you again, shout it out and I'll see if I can get hold of them from the library. I have Tom Daley on hold, or not on hold, sorry, I have that one on back order. Okay, so let's have a look. We are now doing a little bit of intro for the sheepsies, or shepsies, or however you guys say it. So we've got a colourful start to 2023 with, of course, the Sheepsies Colour Lab cow. Now this one starts on the 11th of January, and it's following on from the Bright and Beautiful blanket that was designed by Rachel Carmona. Okay, so here is the new one. That is the blanket. Oh, it's very small, I'm sorry to say. That is the blanket from last year. This is the cushion that's coming up this year, I think. That might, no, that is the blanket. I can see a head just. So that was a nice big project. But as a little Christmas bonus, I can't really turn the page over on this one because it's got all of the patterns pre-written. But the things you can see on the tree, we've got a disco ball. Okay, we have got an LP, a record. Okay, I've added record in because not the younger generations don't know what a record is, or some of them don't. A record came out before cassette tapes, which was before mini discs, which was before CDs, which was before download. Oh, I'm feeling old. Okay, but we have got the LP record. Up the top here, they've got a cassette tape. Okay, you will not know the pain, kids, unless you had to fix it with pencils. Okay, yeah, blast from the past, gang. We also have what some of us would have called a woggle box. That's what we called it. What have they called it? I can't remember. A boom box. Okay, so we've got the disco ball, the record, we've got the boom box, we've got a roller skate, and we've got a cassette tape. I think that was all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. So that's all of the patterns that come across over this page here. Let me just bring the picture up a little bit more for you. Get out the way, camera shade. Now I think some of these are really cute, quite cute. So if you are into a retro decorations, as you can see, they are really cute. I'm sorry, that's just my personal opinion. So remember, that's a disco ball, cassette tape, an LP better known as a record, a boom blaster or boom box, and the roller skate. Okay, so let's scoot over. We've got a couple of pages there, and of course it describes and tells you how to do all of it. Right, so here we go. We've got the digital subscription information here. Now remember, this is also going to be written in the description box of the video. It is digital subscriptions start from as little as £19.99 for 6 months. They are available at the App Store, on Google Play, at pocketmags.com, and they're available for PC and Mac as well. So it's £19.99 for 6 months and £34.99 for 12 months. So if you're outside of the UK, this is a really good alternative for you. Now we're on to the patterns. It's party time. Right, so oh, here we go, repeat of their birthday issue. Right, shouldn't really say that, should I? We've got the party glasses, we've got some bows, we've got some little crackers there, and this is the shimmer fringe jacket. Moving on to the next page. Okay, we've got a cocktail parasol and something or other. So basically, yeah, you know you can do this without the pattern. Okay, I shouldn't really say that. There is also a bauble covered thing as well. I can't pronounce the wording, I'm sorry to say. Right, then there is a headband over on this page, but really you can't see what it is or how it looks. So I will see if there's a better photograph of that further along. That is not the pattern. The hat is the pattern. So we have got the neon furs hat. Okay. So the reason I did that was I was like, oh, I want to make that. And then I realised that wasn't the pattern. We have got the Dancing in December jumper. And then we come in with the boogie bag, which is this one down here. Okay, so now we're moving over to the next one. And this one is the Pom Pom Polar Bear. I'm leaving my comments in my head. I'm trying to be a good girl. We have got a boho stocking. There's the Christmas crackers. And we also have a garland as well. It's the Christmas garland. Okay, on to the next one. There's another image of the hat. They've got a pair of gloves, mittens, a men's ugly jumper. I quite like it. Yes, I would change the colours, but I would so make that Mr. Grumpy. Mr. Crazy would end up being Mr. Grumpy. Okay, and then last off we have the Sweetest Taboo shawl. Over on this one we have the Disco Diva blanket, the Dancing Queen cushion, and a Falling Lights scarf. Okay, and I believe that is now all of the patterns that we need to visit, but we'll keep going and see what else we can find. They've got Welcome to the Fluffatorium, which is about a different yarn shop here in the UK and what they get up to and what they do. Right, as you saw there, I just skipped a couple more pages of advertisements. Then we come up to our Make It section, where of course all of the patterns are. Okay, I'm going to have to skip through the majority of it because of course, as you can see by the quick flip, there's lots of lots of information in the patterns. You have charts if needed, you have how to sew it together pictures, as well as the actual written pattern. Where is the page I'm looking for? Because they always stick it in the middle. There we go. Right, so if you decide that you want to have a nose through my playlist, which will be linked up here, and you come across one of the back issues that you really like the look of, you can still purchase that back issue by going to www.insidecrochet.co.uk. okay, and you can call them on 01202 586848 or visit selectmags.co.uk to buy the issue. And also they are all available on digital download. It's an average of more than 20 stunning patterns for at least £2 less than the printed version, but they don't tell me how much it is for the download. But there we go. So again, more pictures and quick. Oh, there is the hats thing. Okay, it looks quite simple, to be honest, gang. I'm sure we can find something on YouTube. And of course we have a closer picture of the crackers. Not saying anything, not saying anything, just know I won't be making them. Right, and the bunting says Fala, F-A-L-A-L-A. So you get 3 letters, an F, an A and an L. Okay. What words can you make out of them? 3 letters. Right, so in next month's issue, we've got Frosty Mornings, which is cozy garments to beat the chill, delicate lacy accessories, and Scandi inspired homewares. Don't miss it. Part 1 and 2 of the Spirit of Flora Crochet Along, which I showed you a little bit earlier, will also be inside the book. You're going to get a bonus booklet called Wrap It Up Warm with the Snuggly Winter Accessories. Okay, so that'll be one of these. Okay, so again, more advertising. How to crochet section. I've shown you this every step of the way. It gives us our basics, our getting started, main stitches, explains how to do them in picture form and in word form. There you've got a section here about top crochet websites. We've got information about how to measure your tension gauge. We've got more book reviews. We've got working in the round. We've got a section of abbreviations. Okay, so that tells you what the terms are that they use within the book. Now remember, this book is written in UK terms, but if you're like me and you prefer working in the US, they also give you what each one means. Okay, so you can swap it for the terminology that you know. We have a section here which shows you all of the different symbols that they use within the charts within the book. And then down this side here is hook sizes are going in millimeters, UK sizes, and then of course US, which is your letter number mix. Okay, our last page is an article about a lady called Jen Wills, and it's called Jeans and Jumpers. So it's a question and answer article for her there. And then that is it. And as you may have heard, my tummy is grumbling. It's time for me to go and get some lunch. So I'm going to head off. I really do hope that you've enjoyed today's Inside a Crochet, and as I said, I'm going to go and check to see how many issues I've got and whether I've got one more waiting for me in the post. Possibly not, because we're getting quite close to Christmas. Right, so that is it for me for today. I really hope you've enjoyed watching along with me. Please pop a comment in the comment section down below. If you had access to these patterns, which one would you make, and would you change the colours around? Right, that is it for me for today. So I'll just say stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye for now, everybody.